My name is Kolade Segun Okeowo. A lot of people call me KSO. I am a filmmaker, I'm a drama evangelist, I'm a property developer, and I'm also a politician. Well, let me first and foremost correct the impression that Otunba Gbenga Daniel sent compensation. That was not a compensation. It was a donation because it came from a private individual in person of His Excellency Otunba Gbenga Daniel. Let me also express condolences on behalf of His Excellency Otunba Gbenga Daniel to the families of the bereaved families, and then the people who were injured during the flood in Sagamu. It's quite an unfortunate incident, very tragic. I only wish that God will, in His mercies, comfort the families of the deceased and all those who were involved in the tragedy. Very sad indeed, very sad indeed. Okay, let me also say that what happened in that flood tragedy is one incident that really troubled the heart of my principal, His Excellency Otunba Gbenga Daniel, former governor of Ogun State and senator-elect Ogun East Senatorial District. The moment Otunba Gbenga Daniel heard about that incident, he called me and he asked me to go and do exactly what you have mentioned, that is to go and give some donations, palliative donations to the families of those who were involved, the bereaved family, and then those who were in the hospital, which we actually did. We visited the family of the young boy that was involved in that tragedy. We also visited people in the hospital who were recuperating at that time. Let me also say that His Excellency has always made a case for the ecological fund, access to the ecological fund, federal ecological fund, to actually bring a lasting impact, a lasting resolution to the problem of flooding in Sagamu. Two particular areas are involved in what we are looking into. The first one is the area that is in question now, where that tragic incident occurred in Sagamu. The second place is where we call Kotokekerefa. Kotokekerefa for years has been notorious and has been a place that has, caused several damages. These two places require federal government intervention. Federal government intervention is required, and this has been reiterated by the commissioner, the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Ola Oresonya, who also visited the scene after the tragic incident. He has also alluded to the fact that the ecological fund from the federal government will need to be assessed so that whatever has been bringing damage after flood, after rain to that place or to those places will be addressed once and for all. And that's exactly what we are also advising government to do now, both the state government and the federal government, to quickly put in place the necessary machineries, the necessary modalities to assess the federal government ecological fund, so that those places in question will be attended to, so that tragedies of this nature will be averted. Well, Otunba Gbenga Daniel is the founder of the Gateway Movement. The Gateway Movement has been in the forefront of supporting, alleviating, and bringing succor to the poor, to those who are suffering in all kinds of situations all over Ogun State and even beyond, sometimes beyond Ogun State. Prior to the last election, the Gateway Foundation, the Gateway Movement, went around all the 9 local governments in Ogun State, empowering people, empowering the constituents, the people in Ogun East. Several items of empowerment were donated by Gateway Movement, as much as cars, tractors. I'm talking about tractors that are worth more than 15 million naira. We actually donated tractors in 9 different local governments. Several motorcycles, popularly called Okadas, were equally, donated through raffle draws. People won the raffle draws. People who never expected that they will win those wonderful gifts actually ended up winning. I remember there was a particular local government where some young boys were going around saying that, oh, it's not true. It's not true that we have already decided who we're going to give Okadas to and all of that. And by twist of fate, the same boy that led the people, criticizing the process of the raffle draw ended up winning. He ended up winning. So it really put paid to the fact that what we did through Gateway Movement was true, transparent. People were given these empowerment items not for anything, not for any reason alluded, not because we wanted their votes, but because Otunba Gbenga Daniel has always been doing this during elections, even outside the elections. Of course, you must know that Otunba Gbenga Daniel has been out of government for how many years now? Since 2011. The last time he held any public office was 2011. Between that time and now, we have about 12 years or thereabout. That's a long time. But despite that, in those 12 years that Otunba Gbenga Daniel was not in government, he kept on doing empowerment, both privately and publicly. He kept on sponsoring young people, scholarships, so many scholarships. In the last, prior to the last election, in the build-up to the last election, we actually gave scholarships in every local government, a minimum of 10. Some other local governments got 12, some local governments got as much as 18. And we're talking about 9 local governments in Ogun East Senatorial District having a minimum of 10 scholarships in every local government. That's massive. That's massive. So these and many more are the things that Gateway Movement has been doing for years, and we continue to do even now. And part of what we have done is the donation given to the family of that young boy and the people who are recuperating after the flood tragedy in Sagamu. By the way, I am the coordinator of Gateway Movement in Sagamu local government. So anything that has to do with Gateway Movement in the Sagamu local government, I am directly responsible. So that's the basic relationship between me and the principal. Apart from that, he has been my political mentor for so many years, more than 15 years now. I have accepted his political leadership, and he has been a good mentor to me in the last 15 years or thereabout. So that explains my relationship with Otunba Gbenga Daniel. Well, if you study the political atmosphere very well, you will discover that quite a lot of things have changed. And one of the things you must learn as a politician is never to lord yourself over your people. The people must be willing to have you to come and say, okay, this is an office that we want you to represent us. Political representation requires that you as a person will study the ground, know fully well that the people are willing to have you at a particular time, and apart from that, you are also going to be able to get the necessary endorsement by your political party. So, well, in the last election, 2023 elections, I supported my principal. I coordinated campaigns for him in my constituency, in my local government. Apart from that, I was the Director General for the campaign of one of the House of Assembly candidates. That's talking about Honorable Ademola Adeniran, aka Sapele, a Sagamu constituency 2. And I'm glad that Sapele emerged the winner of that election for the Sagamu State House of Assembly seats. So in 2027, what do I have? Well, 2027 is quite it's quite a long way to go. A lot of waters will still have to pass under the bridge. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's hope that the best will happen in 2027. Before that time, we will be able to know what the people want us to do, what the party is expecting from us, and we'll definitely key in at that time.